Previously on the Midnight Channel.
Another level. Gotta keep at it.
And you leap past torrent shot, enemy radar. There is Automataru. Yeah, the orbs around it, they're actually the same orbs carried by the canine warriors in Orkami. In P5, there actually are a few unique comments based on things you can name the Phantom Thieves. So yeah, Gira Makala, in almost every game it appears in, repels physical in some way. I am mad scientist. You're so cool. Power charge. I had a feeling something here would repel that. I are dumb. What is it with today and so many gold chests? Uh-oh. Well, Kanji was only an old man temporarily. I had this feeling those things might be weak to electricity, but I could be wrong about it.
Electricity will work.
I was about to say I've been wrong about that every other time, but I was not wrong this time. It actually is weak to electricity. Okay then. This door is actually locked. And now... welcome back to more of Persona 4 Golden. We will continue to venture into the secret lab this time, but first I want to check if there's anything new that I can fuse with what I have. Oh, Shiki Orgy. I had a feeling I'd be able to fuse you soon. So, Shiki Orgy is the highest level full persona that is not an ultimate persona, and for that reason, he seems to be insanely common in fusion accidents towards the end of the game, even for like level 80 to 90 personas. So that's why a lot of people who played P4 have a special, love for this guy, let's just say. Our pupil's kind of nice, and we also have, Navas Nebula, and Revolution. You don't innately null physical like you do in P5, though. But I would really like to keep this Gira Makala, even though your stats aren't the greatest. Oh, great, Dekarabia. Yeah, you still are weak to physical, just like you are in P5, and that's not good. Bereth, Thoth, or Kuninushi. I'm not actually using Thoth all that much, so maybe I can just do this just for the compendium. Marziodine, Megado... oh, well that gets rid of your weakness. Invigorate 2, I guess? Yeah, with the weakness covered with null physical, you're actually not weak to anything. That's... maybe you're not as bad as I thought you were. And so, the great Starfish demon emerges, who is considered to be friends with Fornius in some universes, and has basically the only equivalent of Heat Riser in Persona 3, but Evade Physical, which is useless, so let's get rid of... Megadola is decent too. Let's get rid of Evade Physical though. I mean, it might be nice to pass down to things, but why do I really need that? When I have, you're giving me a lot of things with Fire Amp right now. Some of you might be wondering if that implies that the next boss is weak to fire. Nope, absolutely not. Quite the opposite, actually. Mataru, all of these are pretty good. I guess I can get rid of Megado. Oh, okay, you do eventually learn Resist Physical, but who needs that when you have Null? And then I could immediately get rid of Dekarabia to fuse Rungda. I kind of like having Hummel on something. And then maybe Megadola. And just in case something is gonna fuse into Ganesha eventually, I'm gonna keep passing down Tetrakarn. Rungda is a very special persona to have, for a particular reason that we won't have access to for a while. Even more so than in some other games, because the persona that requires Rungda as a fusion is actually an ultimate persona in this game, so we have to max a social link in order to get it. Naturally repelling physical, though, is nice. Except, unlike Gira Mikala, you're a magical attacker, and you learn Repel Physic. Okay, then. That is a great skill to pass down to other personas. Okay, then. A couple more Emperor cards, or maybe I can just use you against, and with Megadola, you're perfect for taking out hands. If I get that, I have something better to keep passing down than Null Physical. Okay, we can get Ganesha now. And I can get you with Ragna, which will give me Ganesha with Tetrakarn, which will fulfill that request. Okay. That requires me to give up Gira Mikala, though. Oh, as much as I wanted to use Gira Mikala for this next fight, I do have that for Repel Physical. So I guess I'll go for this and then pass down a lot of great skills I can pass here, but I want Growth 3 to take advantage of that, Magician card, Tetrakarn. And then I guess I can give you double death, I suppose you could call that. And then I'm going to buy back Ragna, because I really, really want that Repel Physical. Also, the sheer irony of fusing Gira Mikala into Ganesha, because Gira Mikala is often speculated to be a demonization of Ganesha. Oh, I can get Raphael now. I don't know why, but I've always really liked Raphael in, like, a lot of the games that he's in, but it requires a lot of the good personas that I have. Also, we can get Tam Lin now, who has no weaknesses and Zeodyne, which is pretty useful for the boss of this dungeon. Maybe I'll get you later. Dune, Phoenix, Narasima, Yadagarasu. How much space do I have? Can I actually summon you now? I probably can, actually, although I do really want to get some Ragna out of the compendium. And yeah, trophy and extra discount now that we've summoned 50% personas. I was wondering if we hit that. 15% discount off the compendium. Don't think it stacks with the discount that we previously had. So yeah, let me just check in terms of, yeah, you're pretty expensive. I don't think I'll be able to afford the other 4 if I get you, but I really would like to go for that Repel Physical. Hang on a minute, I think I actually do have enough to do this fusion. Okay. So, yeah, let's go for the Fairy Seducer, basically, yeah. The comments on the Overly Sarcastic Productions video about, this guy were, kind of interesting. They sum up the legend as, the heroine walks into his forest and he's like, you know that, everyone who comes in here loses their virginity, right? And she's like, oh, I know that! I almost passed down Counter-Strike and then I was like, actually wait, no, I should probably pass Resist Ice. Because you already naturally resist fire. Yeah, let's go with that. Because that'll give you a lot of elemental resistances. Also, yeah, Tam Lin was my go-to persona for the broken Myriad Arrow strategy in Persona Q. Oroomaraku. Oh, too many good skills. I guess I don't really need Growth 2 on you. And yeah, Lek Amp, which is going to be very effective for that, but it also means I need to dump another skill. Guess I'll dump this. Got a really good amount of strength, too. So now we've completed all of the cross-spread personas that we can make right now. Also, yeah, Futanushi's recipe is shown up here now that we've maxed the Chariot Arcana. We won't be able to get you for quite a while, though. And I do... Okay, let's give Marie some skill cards, too. I'm going to swap Yosuke into the party here, and Yukiko's level is a little lower than the rest, so I'll keep her. And I want Kanji to be level 64 at least before the boss fight, so we're keeping him. Plus, Kanji really wants to be here. Let's go. I do like having Chie for this dungeon for some reason, but I guess I'll go with this party for now. Okay, we've got too many cheer squad outfits. Let's change up a few of them. Actually, you know what? I have a better idea. Okay, maybe, hopefully this will trick the security system into thinking we're authorized, right? Man, it's gotta let us in, right? No. But we're real secret agents, come on! We are the men in black who serve the evil Dr. Fortune.
Counting on you. Persona!
Well, these things clearly are adapted to Yosuke. I don't even know if I'll go for Dear Rahan, because I kind of prefer the party healing of Divine Grace Medea-Rama. Anyway, as I said in the last part, but in case you didn't watch that, I'll say it again, this floor is fixed. So all of the chests, all of the passageways I knew that would get me, would always be in the same location. Well, that's new.
Looks like that one's immune to
Furious Gigas.
problem. It'll be over in a flash.
High counter, okay, 20% chance of physical attacks being bounced back. I'll have to remember that. And let's see. Are you weak to electricity?
Three of them.
No.
Don't give up now, okay?
Okay. Are you weak to old man? That would actually be a thing, potentially, if this was Digital Devil Saga. Well, two of them got hit by it. Not wind, either, because it's Yosuke's turn, and we're not getting that. And it's not fire. Ow, okay. Huh, it still says you. I feel like they just don't expect you to innovate enemies in this game. So yeah, we know it can't be fire, so I'm guessing it might be light or dark in that sense, or ice. I guess I'll just try out ice here. No ice, so it's probably nothing or light and dark. Yes, I can attack the one that is not currently an old man. I don't have a lot of HP, though.
Great. You're the man.
Okay, so if I go over to Ganesha... Okay, no, yeah, did not get a weakness scan, which means you're probably not weak to anything.
Just two left. Come on, this fight's not
Let me
over.
quickly check that.
Oh, nice
Well, you can be
hit.
crit at
Nice
least.
move, Yosuke-senpai.
That's why I like the bone.
It got back up. Defeat it fast.
Yeah, it's not weak to anything, and it repels fire as well as wind, so good thing I didn't try, Yatafusa, Fire Boost, Fire Amp, Maragidine. Okay, yeah, those things kinda suck. I don't like them. Oh, Proof of Passion, though? I think you actually need that for a later quest. Also, there's an enemy that shows up later on in this dungeon called the Power Castle that drops something called Power Rock. We're gonna need to fight a lot of those because you need a lot of Power Rocks for a later side quest. Is it the Proof of Passion that we need for a later quest? Something tells me, like, Proof of Passion just makes me... Yes, you do need 3 Proof of Passions, okay. So, and yeah, we have to make sure we don't sell them to Daidara either because they're a material. Yeah, I knew that item name sounded familiar to me, and yes, it is needed for a quest, so... Let's get those wherever we can and try and avoid lovers cards when fighting those golden underpants Hulk Hogans.
Careful. That enemy's immune to wind.
Okay, I'm going to just go to Ganesha and just try to Mamudo on in the face because it kind of feels like the best thing to do against these things. They're not weak to anything, and they're kind of dangerous to leave around.
You're on a roll, Senpai. 2 defeated.
Okay, you repel that.
Just don't use darkness.
That is annoying. Because by the mist that showed there,
One enemy
I'm
down.
pretty sure that means that I'm not immune to that. So that could have been really bad. I might have had to use a scapegoat eggplant. Okay, drain. That's annoying. It's been annoying a few times in this battle, but yeah, because I'm pretty sure that if an attack is nullified, it just says null. They don't even roll for accuracy, because I've never really seen a nullified attack miss before, so I'm pretty sure that, like, they just don't even bother with accuracy in that case. Because, yeah, obviously with Drain, you want the attack to hit you. Okay, that's nice, especially since there are a few enemies in here that are weak to wind. Okay, more Proof of Passions. I'm pretty sure I have enough of those now. I think one of the enemies in Mitsuo's dungeon dropped something called Proof of Fight. Fight, singular, which is kind of funny. Reminds me of the My Pokemon is Fight joke in Diamond and Pearl, which I think they changed in Platinum. Because I think the translator for Diamond and Pearl was a member of the Something Awful forums, but the one for Platinum wasn't, so they got rid of a few of the meme references.
You're so cool, Senpai.
That was exactly what I was hoping you would do, Yosuke.
Good answer.
Another reason why I like Chie in this dungeon, because there are some enemies against which crits are kind of your only hope. It's always fun finishing off an enemy with Yukiko's basic attack. Not quite as insulting as defeating someone with, I know there's like at least one fighting game attack that always does exactly 1 damage. Doesn't? I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, no, that's it. That's Deadpool's Taunt in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. It does like 1 pixel of damage if the speech bubble hits them, and it can KO, which is amazing. I don't think it causes any knockback either. I think it's kind of like Luigi's Taunt in Smash Brothers. Luigi's, I think it's the down taunt now. High counter, okay. You have a lot of good skills, but I do have power charge on other things. I kind of want to keep my double death combo. Just seeing Ganesha here reminds me, I don't know why, but for some reason Ganesha is considered part of the evil category of demons in, like, it doesn't literally mean evil, it's just like a random descriptor that's put in front of enemy names in Digital Devil Saga, but for some reason, Ganesha is like evil Ganesha, which doesn't make a ton of sense considering that Digital Devil Saga is heavily inspired by Hindu mythology, so, yeah, unless I'm missing something there. I know that a whole bunch of enemies are considered fiends in that game that are not considered fiends in many other SMT games.
All right, powered up.
Getting closer to Zeodyne. Not that it's probably going to be doing... I mean, his regular attacks with Power Charge are going to be doing way more to the boss, but... just on principle, I want him to have Zeodyne before the fight. Okay, so that's a dead end. There's still quite a lot more to this floor, even though there's, we've already found the stairs. So, I guess now I can go into why I like the music of this dungeon so much. I wanted to avoid talking about it the last time because it would have kind of, I don't know, I wanted to leave people to interpret it for themselves first. Oh, that's bad. That is exceedingly bad.
Enemy defeated. Good job. You can win this. Just don't use darkness.
Okay, I think that proves that when an attack is reflected, it counters the attack, like, it doesn't reflect the actual damage, it just treats the attack as being targeted at yourself. Because that would have done way more if it was the raw amount of damage that was being reflected onto Kanji there. Let me just check if you're weak to ice. You are. Thought so.
Ready?
Another level for me.
Wind Break. Do I really need that? As I said all the way a go in Yosuke's bio, there are very few enemies that are immune to both physical and wind, so I don't think I really need that.
Level up.
Also, lol, 16 luck. His luck is still that low at this point in the game. Okay, Goho M's kind of nice. What I was saying about the music, though, is that I'm sure this was not the kind of music you expected for a top-secret base/laboratory dungeon. And it really contrasts with all of the, like, the sirens and the danger, danger, keep out, and that kind of, like, all of that that's going on here. You just get this kind of lonely-sounding piano piece that sounds very sad as well. I think it's just one of your biggest indications, like, all of the interactions with Naoto should have told us before, that just Naoto is someone who's been very lonely for a lot of their life, and someone who hasn't really had much interaction with other people, and
Use electricity on it.
and who, despite their cold exterior, is someone you just feel really sad for once you start hearing this music.
Wow, it's pure.
Oh, of course they have Last Resort. They have Debilitate as well. Well, if we know that thing is weak to electricity, let's Maziodyne.
Enemy down.
Senpai!
I'm not even gonna wait for Reset to scan those dice, I'm just gonna check what they're weak to. Light and Dark, I had a feeling they were. So, time for my all-purpose Death Elephant to attack.
Darkness. Go on, defeat it.
That's a very weird sentence, but it makes sense. The all-purpose Death Elephant. But does not have the elephants.
Good answer.
That's, a quote from the subtitles of Backstroke of the West, otherwise known as, the badly translated, Star Wars Episode 3. I still have actually not watched that whole film, the whole Backstroke of the West. I've seen the first scenes, and I've obviously seen the infamous Do Not Want scene, but I haven't seen anything else, and I want to watch more of it because it's great.
On, Dan, bro.
Like how Palpatine constantly talks about becoming strong and big. But yeah, I think the elephant thing is to do with some kind of thing involving the kanji for good being translated as elephant. Oh, there's the Death Arcana. First time we're seeing that. It also has a great fail quote in the game's data, where it just says, "Death never fails." But yeah, the Death Arcana instantly ends the shuffle time. So if you pick it last, no problem. But if you're forced to pick it earlier than then, well, then it is a problem. Obviously. But it can go away if you're on a sweet bonus. Yeah, I love the sense of humor that the designers have when they were writing all of those fail-safe messages, because obviously, like, the reason why those messages exist is because the game would otherwise crash if those Arcana were ever put into a situation where they would fail, so they would have to have those kind of placeholder messages.
Uh-oh, that one's immune to darkness.
We are seeing a lot of new enemies here. Fail Gene.
No problem. It'll be over in a flash.
I could make a joke about certain Fire Emblem characters having this, but no. Anyway, Tetrakarn and okay, I get the... Okay, yeah, I don't know if you're actually weak to physical, but while drive-type enemies have a tendency to be weak to electricity.
I'll do a quick scan. It's so
Yep, I was right.
This
Yeah, because you is a little over-leveled, I'm getting that so puny comment from Rise a lot, which is kind of annoying because I might be missing out on some hardcore Rosette fan lines.
physical attacks won't
That is Repel. Okay, so Tetrakarn was not a sign of that. And I know you're not weak to wind either. So I guess let me try and Magarula. See what this does. Well, it did good. Haven't got Succubus before, so I guess I can take that. Hidokoto Nushi. Oh, I'd rather get the stat boosts. That's something else for the Compendium. I feel like I've been a little bit behind on Compendium completion so far. Okay, what to get rid of here? I guess we can get rid of Pazuzu. Which is kind of a funny name. Oh, we're getting even more over-leveled. In general, I really, really like this arc. I don't want to say that the Naruto arc is my favorite in the game, because the next arc is also fantastic. Okay, Fail G is not weak to anything at all. And I know the Beast is weak to light, so we can, again, attack with the all-purpose Death Elephants. That's going to be the title of the episode, isn't it?
Great, Senpai! You really get me going!
Seeing enemies that naturally repel physical, though, is still kind of scary. I think Magarodine looks pretty cool in terms of animations. Generally, all of the, like, high-tier magical attacks look pretty awesome, but I think Magarodine is one of the few that isn't just the same animation repeated, it's just its own animation.
Good job, Yukiko-senpai!
And I have to Zionga you because physical attacks won't work. This is not the only enemy in this dungeon that repels physical, by the way. So I guess Chie maybe isn't as good for the later stretch of this place. I haven't seen any of those 5-hand encounters yet. On my test playthrough, I got a ton of them in this dungeon. I guess that's also something else that I can go into as well, that I sort of wanted to talk about. And that is that I am using personas here that I know I was not using on my test playthrough. Like, I was definitely not using Ganesha here, at that point. And I don't think I was using, Ragda. I had no idea Ragda learned Repel Physical.
You're off to a good start.
Speaking of which, I probably should have been equipping her more often here. Well, if you have no weaknesses and, are not resistant to fire, this is probably my best option. Yeah, I don't think I really used much of Yatsufusa, in my first run of this place either. I think I was using Shiki Orji for the majority of this, and I don't think I had Tamlin either.
Did I level up?
And that's something that I really love about Persona, and why I actually think that Persona makes for a really good game for Let's Plays, because the whole fusion system, all of the skills that can be inherited, and thanks to things like skill cards and shuffle time skill changes, you'll never, even if you're using the same Persona in multiple playthroughs, you'll never get the same skills on the same Persona twice, and it's just, I find no two playthroughs are ever the same in Persona. And that's one of the reasons why I love watching playthroughs of this series so much. It's just that even if you're following the same knack social links guide, there will always be differences in the kind of personas that you're using, and it was specifically why I did not want Victory Cry on Kaiwan, because I wanted to avoid using that. That's such a common combo. There's also another persona that we'll encounter much later in the game that is extremely cliched for late game playthroughs that I'm going to try and tone down my use of a little bit. As of now, I've already recorded the super boss from an earlier save file, and I will say I did use them for that, but on hard mode, you basically need them for that fight. Well, that was perfect. I'll take that. Because I just switched to Ragna. One more, and then sweet, sweet Repel Physical. And then we shall be the Fail Gene. That doesn't exactly sound like a compliment. Well, that was a small floor. With a lot of doors, too. I'm sorry, but even your greatest shadow guards are not going to stop us, Dr. Fortune. We'll put an end to your evil schemes once and for all. And other generic hero lines. I forget if this is a fixed floor or not, but I'm not entirely sure about that. Considering these dead ends, it might be. Wow, it's been a long time since we saw a new Pesh enemy.
This'll be easy.
And Immoral Snake. Well, that thing's gonna get annihilated by Yatsufusa.
Wow, it's puny. This'll be
Truth Pesh. Okay.
3 of them. Don't give up now,
Well,
okay?
I guess we can use Maragi on, because, yeah, that's gonna look really lame compared to other things.
Yo, mind if I kick a little ass here?
I was gonna say you're probably weak to ice because of, that Drain Fire, but then Kanji did that, so let's just do this.
Are you ready?
I I'd say no.
Another reason why I find that Persona games make for very good Let's Plays, I think TV Tropes recently added a trope called Better as a Let's Play, which is just... I wouldn't say these games are better than playing normally as a Let's Play, because I would highly recommend that you play them normally. I think they're great. I would definitely add... I think Persona 4 in general, like Persona 3, the Evokers can be a turn-off, and Persona 5 I definitely think deserves its M rating. Persona 4, I would add to a list of, like, games you must play before you die, which is an actual title of a book. Oh, hi, Power Castle.
Wow, it's puny.
Yeah, so I know for a fact that thing is weak to wind, because I fought them a lot.
I'll do a quick scan. Wind will work on it. Go to town, guys.
I also know for a fact that it repels physical, because, speaking of which, I actually saw that in another Let's Play of Persona 4.
Down. You're doing well, Senpai. You can win this. Just don't use
Oh, you drain a lot of things, don't you? I wonder what you could be weak to. Let me see if I can, Can't switch personas.
Don't worry, I got this. Here goes.
Okay, we're getting cavalry attack from Non-Yosuke.
We have at it.
Yes, Chie can galactic pump things with a bicycle. Because that's just Chie. You know, that's how she works. Yeah, the cavalry attacks are exactly the same as the character's follow-up attacks. They just have a different animation, and they work when they're not in the party. But yeah. Unfortunately, that could not have targeted the Power Castle because it repels physical, and I was wrong earlier in the game. That a galactic punt is actually considered a physical attack. But yeah, the other thing I was saying about Let's Plays is that even if you're doing the social links at the same, like, days as other people, different people have different tastes when it comes to the characters they like, and different people will have different life experiences they relate to based on all of the social links. Yeah, I'm sure the fusing thing applies just as much to Shin Megami Tensei as it does to Persona. Like, I was about to say that it reminds me of Pokemon a little bit, but even then, not really, because, like, you can use a lot of, like, there's a lot of variety in the different Pokemon that you can use. I suppose it's fitting that I have 2 Mots. Since, you know, Mot's like the god of multiplying his own things, according to Nocturne. I just don't know, I just find that the fusion system and skill inheritance, there's just an infinite variety of the kind of personas that you can use in all of these games. And that's just why I love just watching how different people approach these games, because no 2 players will approach the game the same way, and even the same person on different playthroughs will approach the game differently. Like, I have never really used Ganesha for this dungeon. And, yep, that area is blocked off, so yeah, this is definitely a fixed floor. I've also never really used Gira Makala much at this point.
Your weaknesses. Light will work on it. This should be a snap.
Okay, that's helpful to know. Oh, the way he says that. I would recommend listening to,
Light will work on it.
Okay. I guess I can, oh, that'd be a lot of SP, but I like the chance of an Emperor card. It's just too tempting. Yeah, I would recommend that you look up the video of all of the Persona 4 protagonist Persona call-out lines, because you can really tell that Johnny Young Bosch was, 1, having the time of his life, and 2, used to be a Power Ranger. If I do change to Arcana, there's a chance it could be Emperor. No, but that's the next best thing. In fact, it's probably better than Emperor in some regards. Maragidine, okay. I was kind of hoping it would change Hummer into Hummer-on into Mahama-on. If Resist Physical via a Magician card can turn into Null Physical, I feel like Repel Physical can turn into Drain Physical. Although in some contexts, Repelling might be better than Draining. Especially against a certain mini-boss that's coming up very soon. Oh, you're new.
No problem. It'll be over in a flash.
So yeah, Mark Wheel. The funny thing about the Mark Wheel is that, as we'll see soon,
It's It'll be a breeze.
These things hit really, really hard, but in Persona Q, they were resistant to wind, and you had to kill them with wind in order to get their conditional drop for a quest, the fluffy tail one from Theodore. But in this game, they're weak to it instead. So, a bit of a reversal there. Obviously, this game came first, but still. I've only found one power castle so far, I just realized. Yeah, so you need, and this is kind of annoying, you actually need 8 power rocks. You can find power castles in groups of 3, but on my first playthrough, I had to spend a very long time grinding for those. I did that in the next dungeon, actually, but yeah. If I'm a little lower level than I should be before the boss of this place, I might try farming them. Oh, yeah, this is the thing. So having a hermit card actually throws me off when it comes to gold hands. Because I'm expecting them to run, and when they don't run, they don't turn their back to me, so I can't preempt them. It's kind of weird that way. And I just realized something. Do I even have, like, still have anything with Mind Charge? I feel like I actually don't. Because Yatagarasu no longer has it. I don't have Thoth. I haven't passed it down to a lot of things. Like, do I actually not have anything with Mind Charge? Well, Yatsufusa could have it. Oh no, I do have Lilith. Okay.
Yusuke-senpai's poisoned.
Okay, gonna go for a Mind Charge Megadola here. Also, I guess, M rating there, maybe? Even though there's not really any nipples there. Like, the Snake Axe's censorship, I was hoping that wouldn't happen.
Protect me, Himiko.
Or it could be Risei to the rescue. Risei cures all old mans! And I get silenced anyway. Please don't be used turn next. Please don't be... Okay, good.
Don't give up.
I got rid of... No, I didn't get rid of Umbrita, did I? So I think she still has that. I think I can safely do that. But anyway, what I was saying before is that in like the artwork, Lilith, the snake kind of senses the breasts, but not in the 3D model. And I actually did get rid of Umbrita. My memory is not good. I have been affected by old man status. Don't use one of these against hands, by the way. That's really embarrassing. A bit of a waste of an Umbrita soda, but I really want to Megadola these things. Rungda, Mind Charged, Megadola, let's go. Way cheaper than it was in Vanilla P4 in terms of SP, by the way. Seriously? That is not good as far as damage goes. And I used both of my smart bombs in Mitsuo's dungeon against hands. That's annoying.
I wasn't expecting that from you,
Oh, that didn't kill it. That would have been pretty amazing if it did kill it. Okay, that's good. Why are they still not dying? Okay, nice.
Wow, that was awesome, Yusuke-senpai.
One more. Come on. Yeah, he was bound to miss sooner or later. At least I'll guarantee get rid of one of them.
Good job, Yukiko-senpai.
And I've got to keep Rungda equipped, but I really don't want to use I guess I could use another. I guess I'll just use a regular attack and miss horribly because why not? I kind of had a feeling that would happen. I'd really like to get all 4, please. Well, it's not running.
Last one. Go for it.
Yeah, everyone is just kind of missing all over the place, aren't they? And this is probably going to miss too. No, it isn't, okay. So that was all 4, no shuffle time, but that is good yen and experience. Level 60 exactly. Yes! It's useless for Rungda herself, but for passing down, it's insane. I'm not going to use you against anything that uses ice anyway. Rungda has very good stats too. Also, Ganesha gets this thanks to Growth 3. Endure. Don't know if I really want that, honestly. Meanwhile, Queen Mad continues to sit on the bench and level up, even though I don't really need her at this point. Okay, Gyrodyne. Get rid of Garula for that. Master Hikage is cool. And yeah, like I said, I don't know if I really want Dia Rahan. It's kind of weird, but I kind of prefer the party healing. Summer Rakam is next, okay. Vile Assault is great. It's potentially Kanji's best damage against things that are downed. It's even better than Primal Force, which is the best attack that he learns. Nominally. Research card. That, as you can see by the icon, is a key item, and with this we actually need to backtrack to an earlier floor. And, yeah, in fact, that's all we can do, because the remaining door on this floor is blocked off by that, so... Let's go to the previous floor, and I will see you back on floor 3. That's where we need to use this card.